Welcome to General Psychology 2301. I'm Dr. Scott Hamilton. I'm your facilitator or ringmaster for this particular section of General Psychology, the first spring term of 2023. It's a short term, only 8 weeks long, and I promise we won't have any difficulty squeezing in the necessary information into these 8 weeks. What I would like first for us to do is to take a look at the course outline. If you haven't downloaded it already, please do so and take a real quick look. I'll explain to you what's on that particular outline, and I'll also explain the importance of each piece of information contained there. Page 1 tells you who I am and how to get in touch with me. That cell number is typically answered 24/7. That's usually because that's my clinical line. If by chance I do not answer your call when you call, please leave a voicemail. I will return your call as quickly as possible. Texting is probably the easiest way to get in touch with me and certainly the quickest. I will respond as quickly as possible, but always bear in mind that as a clinician, I may be visiting with someone at the moment. It may take me a minute or two to get back with you. Otherwise, let's move past page 1 and slide down to page 2. The information that's most important on page 2 includes the material information, when course information opens and when it closes. You will notice from the home page that all of those blue links are active, open, and available for you, which means that all of the materials, all of the information that you need to complete this course in the next 8 weeks is available to you today. Now, you'll also notice that information and assignments due for each one of the chapters that are represented have different due dates. In other words, we're going to do 2 chapters a week for 7 weeks. So Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 assignments are due no later than this coming Saturday at 11:59. You'll see that information clearly noted on the due dates there on the top of page 2. You'll notice information necessary for tests. Those tests are due as they are noted. They include the chapters prior, meaning that test number 1 includes chapters 1 through 4. Test number 2 includes chapters 5 through 8. Test number 3 includes chapters 9, 10, and 11. Test number 4 is not cumulative. It only includes chapters 12, 13, and 14. Now again, all of that information is available. Bear in mind, it's also available in more than one place. If you click each module/week link that's listed on the home page, you'll come to a lesson plan. If you read through that lesson plan, you'll find some links that are noted there that will also give you access to what you require. If you want to access discussion posts, simply go to the column on the left-hand side of your Canvas page and click discussions. You'll find them all listed there. You can click on them one at a time. If you want to access quizzes, they're also available underneath a link on the left-hand side of the Canvas homepage, where you click quizzes. All of those quizzes are listed there. Tests are also listed in the quiz section accordingly. Now, you'll find toward the bottom of the homepage a signature assignment link that has in it 4 different videos as well as the 2 forms that are necessary to complete that assignment. When you get ready to access those particular things, look at inside that link and follow the video instructions, and you shouldn't have too much difficulty. If you run into a snag, again, let me know, and I will figure out what we need to do to get you the information you require. Some things that are also very, very important. When you turn in a discussion post, and there will be 2 every week, that discussion post must be at least 6 full sentences long. I've included an example post that is noted as such on the home page for the course. Take a look there. That's what you need to write for me, information that looks like that. Now, the second part of the discussion is a response post. It's necessary for you to respond to at least one of your colleagues' posts across the week. Each one of the response posts you provide should be at least 4 full sentences long. And just so you know what I mean, what I'm saying is, thank you for your post. Good job. I agree with what it is you had to say. Those sorts of sentences do not count toward your 4-sentence count total. Am I a little bit on the OCD side and count sentences from time to time? Yes, I count your punctuation. If your punctuation is off and in your mind you have included 4 thoughts but don't have punctuation for those 4 thoughts, then you have one giant sentence. It's going to cost you some points. There's a rubric for every one of the discussion posts and what is required to receive all the necessary points. You'll see it when you click on the assignments after I have graded them. Again, if you have a question about that, be sure and let me know. Discussion posts across the term are worth a grand total of 210 points. Quizzes are worth 15 points each across the term for another 210 points. Class tests are 125 points per test, not 125 questions. There are 25 questions worth 5 points apiece, and each one of those tests is worth 125 for another 500 points. That leaves us with 80 points left. The signature assignment is worth 80 points. There are 4 sections to that post or to that particular assignment, and each one of those sections is worth 20 points. It will also have its own rubric. Grade on a point system. The idea or the name of the game across the term is to get as many points as you want. You need to have 900 points to make an A. You should notice in the grade book toward the right where it says course total or assignments, maybe even, it says total and one column says assignments. One of those is a percentage column and one of those is simply a total column. If I've done my job right, those numbers should match. Assuming those numbers match, that is your grade as it is unfolding, meaning that the first half of the semester, the most points you could have is probably somewhere around 450 points. That looks like you're failing. I promise. You're not. Bear in mind, you are simply accumulating points across the term. Get as many as you want. You need 800 to make a B, 700 to make a C. If you have below 700, you're in the D range, which could be problematic for most of you. Just bear in mind that you're adding points as we go, and the numbers should respond accordingly. Discussion and responses and the requirements for each are noted in 3 different colors of ink on the second page, third page of the course outline toward the bottom. Each discussion post has to be 6 sentences. That's in red. Discussion posts and response posts when they are due is in blue. Please make a special note. Other information you require related to how things work in this class are noted on the next page, which is page 4. Please hear me carefully when I tell you, do your work as early as possible. If you want to go a week at a time, that's fine. I understand. There's no need in moving through an entire semester's worth of work in 2 weeks unless you just have a wild itch to do so. I get that. But please note, each week the work is due. Some of you will be parents or already are parents, and I promise you, you're going to have issues come up with your children, your significant others, your automobiles, your internet's going to hiccup. There will be challenges that come up in your class. Barring very, very rare circumstances, too bad. I know your kids are going to get sick. I know you're going to have problems. Your internet's going to hiccup. But if you send me a note or an email or a text or call me in the middle of the night panicking because your Chapter 2 your Chapter 2 assignments are not ready to go and ready to turn in on Saturday evening, this coming Saturday, I'm going to ask you what you did on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I know you're going to want to go out on the weekend. Do your work before. I got no issues. Just turn your work in when it's due. If you run into some significant family emergency, which is usually going to be something along the line of a death in the family, some significant injury for yourself, major car accident in which you have broken your leg, things of that nature, let me know. We'll figure out something. But generally speaking, the dog ate my homework, my kid is throwing up today, and things of that nature will not help you when it comes to getting your work turned in on time. I don't do late work, generally speaking. There is no extra credit for this class, generally speaking. No, it won't be generally speaking. There will be no extra credit for this class. You make what you make. You earn what you earn. Do your work, turn it in on time, and you'll make an easy A. You'll probably discover that this is the easiest class you're ever going to encounter at Vernon College. All you have to do is a little bit of work, turn it in on time, and you'll make an A. It's easy peasy. But if you hit a snag, let me know. But otherwise, we're going to get this show on the road and get started. If you have a question, be sure and let me know. Have a good experience. Bye-bye now.